Tommy's dad and his mom made tissue. Paper towel, thicker, rougher, tissue for nose. They ain't cut from the same cloth.
Spent my peas on gums and trainers, disco ravers, bad behaviors, Sunday mornings, what a nightmare. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best digital chat show on the entire planet. You know it, I know it, Doing Bits TV.
Perfect.
Today I am joined by the presence of an absolute warrior, the man of the moment, and the brave man ready to fight in about, what is it, about 3 weeks from now you're fighting?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Ohio, Cleveland against Tommy TNT Fury, the Jake Paul and Woodley undercard. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it. And yeah, I don't really know where to start.
Man, I'm good. I'm training. I'm just eating, chilling. I ain't got to lose no weight besides like 3 pounds. That's all I'm doing. I'm just running, staying in shape, looking good, feeling good, doing good, eating good, am good. You know, I'm just staying positive, motivated, reading all these comments, negative comments, good comments. I'm just laughing because they don't know me. They don't know my amateur background. Like, people don't know, like, bro, I had 13 amateur fights in boxing. I went 12-1 as an amateur. And this one I was 18. You know what I'm saying? So, and everybody I fought were like 5'11" in my amateur time. You know, that's pretty impressive to have an amateur fight at record and then go straight to MMA.
Then when you're going against someone as big and colossal, I mean, Tommy Fury's records on its own isn't anything massively impressive, but you've got to give it to the guy. 6 wins, 6 fights, no losses. I see what you were saying on a couple of other interviews, you know, the Fury household name. Maybe it makes him more of a bigger fighter than he actually is because of his brother, but
match me up with his opponents that he's fought. I guarantee you I'm gonna have the same record and the same better outcome. All KOs. I guarantee you match me up with all those fighters that he's fought, and let's have this discussion then. The reason why they're having this discussion is because I'm 0-1 and I'm 5'7". But if I was making my boxing debut and I was the same height as Tommy, it'd be a whole different story. Oh, this guy's an MMA fighter, 7'5", 5'5". One streak, Tommy might lose this fight. Different story. They're only doing this because he's 5 inches taller than me. Ooh, I've been fighting at 155 for the past 4 years. Everybody I fought at 155 were 5'11", 6 feet. There's no difference of what Tommy. Only thing difference is I'm getting punched in 4-ounce glove. Tommy is what? 15 to 20 pounds heavier than me. Kid is 22. He's 22 years old. You thinking this kid's gonna have knockout power at the age of 22 the way he is, unless you're on steroids? Ain't no kid that big at 22 just naturally a Fury.
Look, I'm not gonna say that, but you got to admit though, I mean, he's carrying the genes of Tyson Fury. That guy's an animal, so naturally he's an animal. I mean, you've seen his dad, John Fury, as well, also a beast of a human being. It's genetics.
Him and Tyson, they ain't cut from the same cloth. We got paper towel and we got tissue. Look,
okay.
His dad and mom made this. His dad and mom made this. Tommy's dad and his mom made tissue. Paper towel, thicker, rougher, tissue for nose. Like I said, they ain't cut from the same cloth.
So there is nothing scary. You have no fear factor about Tommy whatsoever. You are not intimidated,
same dad,
threatened.
Different man. I can see if you was 6'8", you know what I'm saying? Anybody can beat his opponent. In MMA, like the guys I fought would definitely beat his opponent. Tommy ain't showing me nothing special. You're just a guy who can use a jab.
Picture this, yeah. You're not fighting Tommy, but you're looking at him, athlete to athlete, fighter to fighter. Are you impressed at all, or even remotely, with his history, his style, his tactics, his fighting attributes? Is anything remotely impressive about him as a fighter?
No, because I guarantee you the odds will change if he didn't have the last name Fury. If his last name wasn't Fury, I guarantee you I will be the favorite of this fight going into this fight. You didn't even know who Fury was this year until Tyson said his name. Let's be honest, Charlie. You never heard of Tommy Fury until his brother.
All right, you know what? I did, but I'll be honest, that's because I love Ireland. I'm English. We love it over here. You know, it's our thing. Every summer, everyone watches it. He went on Love Island, and that's how I knew him. But you're correct.
But did you give a
maybe
damn who he was? Did you actually give a damn who he was after Love Island? No.
outside, no. I do think you are the underdog. Are you pissed off that no one's back in your corner?
Charlotte, you look at my career in MMA,
Mm-hmm.
I've always been the underdog in my whole career.
I see that. I did see it.
I've always fought in someone's backyard. I go to England, I win in England. I go to Ireland twice, I win in Ireland. I go to Budapest, I win in Budapest. I've always fought in someone's backyard. But think about it. Has Tommy ever fought anybody with ambition in his fights that wants to fight back? Has he fought anybody who has athleticism, skill set?
I've never seen the Tommy Fury opponent be as this ambitious and this hungry for it and this active. And yeah, I mean, like let's put everything out the window. Yeah, let's say Tommy Fury personality, your personality, and what you're doing for the fight and what he is doing for the fight. I think you are more directed at this fight. I feel like you want it more. The win, I think you want it more because I've seen your other interviews and I know that you've said he's not really looking at you. He's looking at you are essentially how you said it was like you're the bridge to Jake, right? So he's just focusing on Jake, which, like you said as well, it's probably not the best idea going into a fight thinking of the next upcoming event. You know what I mean? So
like I said, yeah, he's sloppy, no technique. Ooh. Anybody can look good on pads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can look good on. Hey, I can look good on pads and look like a world champion, depending who holds pads for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got a point. You got a point.
So,
but he's in shape though.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. I mean, you in shape until someone brings you to deep waters. Someone brings you into deep waters. I don't give a damn who you are. You can be shaped all you want. Look what happened to Ben Askren in 5 seconds. He ain't never been to war. He's 22 years old. He ain't never been to war with a straight dog. I come from the hood. I come from the ghetto. I grew up poor, broke. You know what I'm saying? I never had $100K in my bank account. This guy is young, 22. As he's gotten older, 16, 17, 18, he was a multi-millionaire because of his family, his brother. He hasn't grown up to figure out, like, man, where's my next food? Where am I sleeping at next week? Why am I sleeping in the park? He doesn't know my ambition. He just thinks I'm going there, pow, 5 seconds, face off, Jake. He doesn't know that.
But would you say that this fight, is it beef, or are you trying to simply sell a fight, or do you dislike this person? Like what is the issue, or where's all the beef coming from, Anthony? What's going on?
There's no beef with him because he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's a young kid. I feel like he's forced to do it so his family can like him, his dad can like him, his mom's gonna love him regardless. His mom's gonna love him.
That's savage.
His mom's gonna love him regardless, but you never really hear Tyson even brought up his name in boxing. Hey, my little brother is boxing. Go follow him, y'all. You never really heard of him that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not attacking him because he's a good kid. He's a kid. You know what I'm saying? He ain't experienced death yet. He ain't experienced death. He ain't experienced what it is to be homeless. You know, I'm coming in this fight because I'm here to fight. I'm here to change my lifestyle. I'm here to prove something to myself. Not to you, not to the fans, to myself and to my family. Like, hey, I sacrificed my life for you guys because I want y'all to succeed.
But even when I'm looking you up on etc., the narrative is Tommy Fury and Jake Paul's sparring partner boxing headlines, you know, and then I dwell into you as a person. YouTube boxing, right? I mean, you are a boxer and an athlete through and through. Fighting is your nature, it's in your blood. You're hungry for it, you'll die for it. You being an athlete and a combatsman, does it not like irritate you or piss you off that someone from a YouTube background is almost on like a higher pedestal in like the world of boxing and the world of combat?
Yeah, no, I get you. It doesn't bother me one bit. The man worked hard. I had the same opportunity as Jake too. I could have built a YouTube channel and build my following for YouTube and tell everybody, hey, I'm getting into boxing. You know, follow me. I could have done that with MMA. I could have promoted myself better to gain millions of followers, but I didn't. You know, he did a really good job with him. I'm proud of him. He's brought his crowd to another sport. That's Jake. That's his money. Look, that's something what he did. That's great. That's great for Jake himself. You know, I'm not mad about it. I don't care if I'm labeled sparring partner. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, as long as I put asses in seats and I get paid, you know, I don't care what you label me as. I don't care if you call me Manila Gorilla. As long as I'm collecting those W's, as long as I'm collecting those W's in that check, it's all that matters, man. Tommy's a loving kid. You feel me? He grew up with love around him. You know, like I'm saying, like he don't know what it feels to be in a dog fight. He don't know what death is around the corner like. You know, I seen it all, bro. Like friends die in front of me. I seen what money can do to you, how it can change you, and I see what it can take from you. You know, he's fortunate, you know, and I can't be mad at him because his upbringing was different. You know, I now have a chance to make my lifestyle. Charlie, and I'm telling you this right now, I'm going all out in the first round to knock him out. I'm going to go all out in the second round and try to knock him out. If I don't get him out in the second round, I'm going to do it in the third. Absolutely.
You're not worried losing stamina. You're not worried about gassing out. You're not worried about gassing out for 6.
This is why I train. This is why I train hard. You got 18 minutes to beat this guy. I'm giving you 18 minutes to change your life and go all out. You tell him you can't go all out for 18 minutes to change your life? Stop it.
It's not worth doing. It's not worth doing. Now, I feel what you're saying. And do you know what? I'm glad we had this chat because as I kind of touched on already, you know, with Tommy Fury, his kind of character through, especially in England, because of his Love Island stuff, his boxing career, his brother, family name, and of course his girlfriend, Molly May, you haven't ever been given the publicity in the UK. So to hear this side of your story, you know, I know Tommy's story. I know what he's about, sort of. I don't understand his upbringing. You know, he comes from a gypsy background, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the gypsy culture.
I'm not familiar with it, but I don't care. Does he understand the African-American culture in the United States? Do you know what an African-American has to go through just to be successful? Mm-hmm. Asses we have to kiss, asses we have to wipe. You know, to bow down. He doesn't know what we have to go through, the struggle, slavery, you know,
of course, my friend,
homeless, being accused everywhere we step. We're accused. Even if Tommy's Tommy, anywhere he goes, he's going to be a love in the door because he's Tommy Fury. I can be just as big as Conor McGregor. Every cop and people are going to treat me the same as if I'm a criminal, you know? So I don't go off that gypsy shit. He can miss me with that gypsy bullshit. You know, because that shit don't mean shit to an African-American in America. You know, he don't know what racism and what we have to go through from childhood to then. You know, he has money in his account. His family is well off for the rest of their life. They ain't got to worry about shit. Even if I'm rich and wealthy, my family's still going to go through the struggle and racism and everything for the rest of our life till we die. You know, so when people want to bring up gypsies and all that stuff, like I'll be like, yo, miss me with that, my brother. You know,
then when you sent the shots to Molly May about, you know, you made some silly comments saying Molly May should come on my Love Island, and I don't know what else he said. I've never seen Tommy riled up before a fight or a press conference, you know.
Man, I do that shit in all my fights. I tell him straight up, like, yo, bro, I'll kiss your girl in front of you, homie. You ain't gonna do shit. Because if you do shit before the fight, look, anything outside that ring, I'm gonna beat your ass inside the ring regardless. But if you take anything else, if you want to step up and be a man outside the ring, then my brother, you step into the MMA world of combat fitness. Yo, go ahead and bring your entourage with you. Because your entourage can only do so much they can in the ring. But outside that ring, your entourage gonna get the ass whooped by my entourage and all MMA fighters. So if he wants to take it outside the street, be my guest, bro. You're gonna get smashed up. If you want to take in the ring, yeah.
Let me read you out a little comment that Tommy said recently, and I'm sure you've heard it, but tell me your immediate thoughts and your response. Anthony, you ain't going to be so pretty after the 29th. I'm going to smash all the front of your face clean in, and that's a promise. And after I've done with you, you little Oompa Loompa, I'm coming for your best mate, Jake Paul, because the both of you couldn't beat me in the same night.
And God bless, mate. You're soft. You're soft. Look, Everybody said that my whole career. He's not a trash talker like his brother. Like I said, they ain't cut from the same cloth, my brother.
Anthony, before we go, I just want to get your take on something as well. So obviously you're Jake's sparring partner. Honestly, what are you saying for the Woodley fight? Which way do you think it's gonna go? Because there's no doubt in Woodley's skill. There's no doubt in Woodley's skill. You know, he's an absolute animal. I know he isn't active. I know he's lost his last 4 fights, but I mean, we're looking at his career. The guy is a fucking lunatic.
Now, if you're talking about Tyron Woodley from 10 years ago, different story. But you're talking about a 40-year-old Tyron Woodley who's way past his prime, who lost that second of speed reaction, who lost that drive to be a passionate fighter, to be a champion. You know, you're dealing with someone who's been doing this for 3 years for so long. I tell people straight up, I got Jake winning either 5th round TKO or by unanimous decision.
Shit.
Straight up.
TKO.
Yeah. I mean, Tyron's going to get tired.
Woodley.
He's going to get tired Woodley. Tired Woodley. And you got to look at these things like it's different. You know, Tyron didn't start off boxing like I did. You know, so he didn't have that reputation I did. He just wrestled. He's wrestled in high school and college and then got into MMA in his 20s.
I mean, it's hard for me to see Jake winning that fight, you know? I mean, from social media outlets and to things I'm seeing, I'm not a huge Jake fan, but I am a fan of an underdog, always, you know? And I think in the most basic form, I think what he's doing for boxing and what his aim is great. I just think certainly the way he goes about it isn't the best. And he's driving so much money into the sport, so fair play to him. It's great. However, Do you think people are going to stop seeing him as a more of a joke and a mockery and a YouTube boxer, or you think people are already seeing him as a serious combatant at the moment?
Jake is not a YouTuber. He's not a YouTuber. He's a boxer. And people need to start realizing that he's a boxer. You step in that ring with a professional and you sign that contract, you are now a fighter. I don't care if you're a plumber or I don't care if you're a teacher or a janitor. You step in that ring, you're now a fighter, bro.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, my friend. I know you've been busy. I know you've been training like an animal, and I know that the conviction is there. And August 29th, Cleveland, Ohio is going to be an absolute madness. She's looking at the camera and just say, keep doing bits. And then we'll add some effects and make it magic.
Yo, keep doing bits. Keep doing bits.
Bad behaviors, Sunday mornings, what a nightmare. Yeah, I'm active, girl, I still care. Yeah, you're boogieing.